Okay guys, welcome to the channel. So we are going to look at how you can trade rise and fall using the ProfitMax Fusion Analyzer Bot, that one. So you load it like that. This is a bot that apart from saying analyze, basically what it does, it skip trades, okay? And that is good because it confuses the Deriv algorithm, okay? So we are going to do rise and fall. Volatility is 101s. I've picked it there and I'm analyzing on the tool now. So we want to see whether it's rising or falling, that is above 60%, and you can see fall at 70%. So we come back to the bot and adjust for a falling trade, okay? Now after that, this bot has got a very huge martingale of 5.3. you can see there 5.3. You can adjust it, but first of all, look at the strategy of using the 5.3 martingale. Once you open there, remember to collapse it like that. Do not disable. Once you run it, the bot now will start prompting you to set the amount to invest per trade. So look, we are setting 0.35, the least amount. And then let's have our stop loss at maybe at around $150 depending, of course, with your capital. And then let's try and make $80, okay? So you've noticed I've set a very small stake, 0.35 like that. It's because once it loses, it will do a martingale of the 5.3, okay? So you've seen it has done, and it took with $2, gave us $1.60 something, okay? So the idea here is, first of all, what I'm teaching you is to control the initial stake. The martingale of 5.3 is good because once it recovers, it normally brings you back into profits, okay? And then remember, the bot is taking its time to try and also confuse the Deriv algorithm by doing something called skip trading. So it's waiting for several digits and then now it takes the trades, okay? So in so doing, and then the martingale also operating there, you can see there we did a $13 martingale and got a profit of around $11, okay? So it will always capture winning trades, at least with a stake of a higher amount because of the martingale, okay? So you can see once it loses like that, then now it starts doing the martingale. At the same time, it's also skip trading. So it's a bit slow because it's not doing a rhythmic kind of trading whereby the Deriv algorithm can really understand how you are trading. You've seen there again, from $2, it took a stake of $13, gave us $11, okay? The advantage of this is to maybe, and as much as possible, try to fight the algorithm, okay? Because it's very difficult to trace it. Two powerful things here: the martingale. You have this tool to know where the market is heading to. Let's check. And as you're trading, always remember to check whether it's still falling, and you can see fall there at 71, 75. So we are good. And then the advantage of the falling market, unlike the even, odd, or over any digit or under any digit, is that it gives you some time, okay? Rising and falling trades don't change abruptly. They normally, if it's falling, it will fall for some time, of course breathing in and out. If it's rising, it will rise for some time, of course breathing in and out. And once you combine this bot and that ability, let's raise the stake to $1 now. Of course, you saw there the market was still falling, so I'm increasing the stake to $1 just to try and reach our take profit of 100 much faster, okay? So we are in. You can see now it's $1. In case of any loss, of course, you will see the increase in martingale with the 5.3, okay? So like I was saying, there is a combination of, like now you can see it's not trading, it's keep trading, it's taking its time. That will confuse if, for example, there's any market manipulation, or if, for example, the algorithm knows your kind of trading. Okay, so until now, look, it has not entered any trade, and then it will enter a trade. There you go, it has entered a trade. Yes, and then of course the Martingale, you'll see the effect of the Martingale. That was a dollar loss, so it's preparing to do a good trade, and boom, $6, we've got $5. Okay, so the Martingales, once you take the Martingales, they normally bring us profits. They recover what we lost. So the small initial amount is just to test the market, to throw the market off balance, and then now it makes its good trade. Okay, so let's see whether we are still falling. Let's see whether we are still falling. And you can see, like I told you, fall is still at 83, 85. So that market is still falling. We continue running the bot. You can see fall at 76, 78, 80. So the bot is still running. There again, $6, we've gotten $5.26. Let's stop it and increase the stake, because the market is still falling. So let's try and increase the stake now again to $2. So you can see the amount of stake you're using is very small because of the Martingale issue, and also it gives you time to look at the market and not blow your account very fast. Okay, so in the market now, it's called analyzer because of what it's doing right now, but basically it is just skip trading. Okay, it is skipping certain digits and then it enters the market. Okay, and of course if it loses, it will do an opposite kind of a trade, and then that is why you can see whenever it does a Martingale, most of the times we are getting some profits. So there we've entered with $2, we've had a loss. Let's see. Sometimes when it does those losses, as long as it doesn't do them very many, it's always a good thing, because the Martingale now will catapult you like that. You've seen $12, $10, we are at $44. Okay, so the moment it does any loss, it's a good thing. As long as it doesn't do a stream, of which is not easy, you've got a lot of time, maybe even to stop the bot, but most likely it will recover with a good stake. Okay, so now there again you can see nothing is happening, and this is good because it actually confuses their logarithm. If maybe Deriv has been able to capture the way you trade, this will throw it off balance, and then slowly by slowly you can be able to monitor. No pressure. That is a second loss. Now keep observing, we've lost $12, so it will do a Martingale, a powerful one, 79. Let's see, we got 66. Okay guys, you've seen how it catapults you, and you can see we are only $4 short of reaching $100. Okay, so you must always look at your capital and then start with a very small account. You also have an option. We've hit take profit. There you go, $104, we've made it. You also have an option of reducing that Martingale from 5.3 to 3, or whichever that you might feel comfortable with your capital. Okay, you can see we made $104 there, and this is a strategy that you can use. I have not seen it anywhere, and the bot is a ProfitMax Analyzer Bot, found at bots.profitmax trader for free. Okay, so let's look at volatility 75 1s and see whether we can do one more trade. Let's see. So we can see fall at 66, 57, 62. So this market is also most likely falling. We come, select fall, then run the bot. After running the bot, it will prompt you now to set the amount to invest. That is a stake. I'll be staking $3 now. You can see I've increased it. My stop loss, let's do 250, and then let's also again try and make $100. Okay, so the bot is running. You can see $3 there, a loss, and then you'll see the Martingale now. You can see it's gone quiet, and then it takes the trade. $18 has given us $15. We're in profit of $12. I believe you've gotten the concept. The key thing here is start with very small capital because of the martingales. Okay, because of the martingale, and you can see the strategy is working, and it is a good way of even throwing the Deriv logarithm off balance, because always know once it touches either a fall or a rise, fall and rise like even and odd normally have got good returns. You can see $18, $15, that recovers. So this is something you can use, master it, and it will always at least 90% of the times bring you some profits. Okay, let's see. Okay, now $18 there, and you can see anytime it touches, look at that, $119, it gave us $100 in profits, and went back with a profit of $94, $91 now. Okay, so do the math in relation to your capital and see if it does, let's say, 4 martingales where you will be. There we've hit it, we've made $172. Okay, so that is a strategy, and it's always good to use strategies that are not common, because the Deriv has not captured, or it's not easy for it now to monitor how you're trading. Okay, so you can see all at 76, and guys, that is how you can use this strategy. You come to restart conditions just on the right, and you can see, if you scroll down, once you open that tab, you can see the martingale area here. Okay, so you can adjust it to 3 like that, or even 0.5 or 2 or 2.5. okay, have in mind if it loses, let's say if it goes for 4 times, you want it to be having a martingale that will help you recover. The bot is the ProfitMax Fusion Analyzer, that one. Okay, so we've got some very good bots here. Make use of them, guys. Try that on demo. Links to the free bots and site are below the video. Cheers, guys, and good luck.